Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Marion.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are playing some Modern today on Versus Live for the first time in 17 years.
Is it Modern? I didn't know this is actual math. I thought we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh today.
No, this is actual factual Modern.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I don't know how much Modern you used to play, in like 2017.
Back when everything was crazy. Yeah.
You're only playing Modern in this post-Euro era where everyone's playing fair and it's all mid-range stuff, and Yorion is a playable Magic card.
Yeah.
But I remember a day when Modern was every game ends by turn 4, and if you're not trying to kill them on turn 2, then you're not doing it right.
Then your deck is bad. Yeah. I jumped into Modern where the most busted thing I was doing was when fair decks were starting to take hold. And then Tron just crushed all those fair decks, and I played Tron, So now we're at a point where Tron is bad because of reactive cards, which is not usually the case. Tron was bad before because every deck killed on turn 2 when you're still cracking your map, So Modern has changed quite a bit.
So we are upholding a long-standing tradition of Modern being the format where nonsense decks go to thrive.
Okay. Well, then we're going to have a good show.
Yes. Well, at least one of us is going to have a good show.
Yes, and it's still unclear which one of us is going to have a bad day.
We don't know.
So the show today is going to be a Tibalt Trickery absolute nonsense day. We are going to be focusing on this deck. I'm going to be playing it every single round up against 3 decks that we think have different levels of hate and all attack the deck in a positive way. These aren't the decks where it's just like,
we're not playing Tron.
We're not playing Tron. We're not playing Tron where you can just absolutely smash them, or, honestly, even like Dredge or something.
I would never be able to beat that deck with Dredge.
You would just obliterate them. So we're going to test to see if this deck is as good as I think, as good as Todd Anderson thinks. We've talked about this deck, and I think we're both under the impression that maybe it shouldn't be banned based on pure power level, but based on just outrageousness and stupid gameplay, I think it should be banned. But we're gonna see. I've never actually played it in a tournament, so we're gonna find out.
Yeah. So we are going to start by testing this deck out against a lot of counter spells. Okay. Blue decks have been doing very well in Modern over the last year or two. So my deck has 4 copies of Force of Negation. That's my main piece of disruption.
I bet that's not good for me.
Yeah. There's also remands and cryptic commands and other things. But Force of Negation is the star of the show. This is actually another newcomer to Modern of sorts.
Okay.
This is Teamer Giants. Using the newly printed Invasion of the Giants to power out Primeval Titan, but in a fair blue shell. So we're playing Uro, Mystic Sanctuary, those blue counter spells, Renin 6, Lightning Bolt. So it's sort of Teamer Uro super deck, as they've come to be known. But instead of going with like Hour of Promise as the top end card to help you get to the Field of the Dead endgame, you're playing Invasion of the Giants and Primeval Titan.
Yeah, and some lists we're already just playing Primetime because it dodges negates and stuff, negate type effects. So, I think I like that already. As an exchange without even having Invasion of the Giants. So adding it just makes it even better.
So we're playing, 3 copies of Primeval Titan, where normally you'd only see 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, yep.
And we get to play 3 because you can reliably cast it on turn 4 without much help. There's Growth Spiral in the deck and Uro to also ramp, so you can curve those 2 together and get to a turn 4 Titan. But just Invasion of the Giants by itself lets you spend all the other turns 1 and turn 3, interacting with your opponent, and then turn 4 you slam Primeval Titan, hopefully force them negation their follow-up, and the game is over.
All I picture from like the evolution of Primeval Titan is like prime time as a young kid just getting printed is just like running off comboing people with Amulet, just like backwards hat kind of punking on kids. And now it's a distinguished Primeval Titan be like, oh, I'm winning the game, but I'm gonna do it in a few turns and I'm gonna do it at my pace. It's now a distinguished old man prime time.
Yeah, he's learned to take his time, really control the pace of the game.
Exactly. Really savor life, you know? Like...
He's got the old man game working. He's going to kill you from the mid-range.
Yeah.
The athleticism is declined, but he's still got the skill there.
Yeah, prime time went from, being all-in Russell Westbrook to Ingles here, just sitting back, cashing some threes, huh? Okay, well, are you ready to get into this? I think we're only going to have time for about 7 games per hour or so we really got to get going here, so.
Okay, I will be on the play because I see some marbles over on your side.
That has to be an illusion. Is that a mirage? Oh, they're real. Did that actually happen? I actually want to show.
I know. I didn't think it was possible either.
Wow.
Every now and then miracles do happen.
God, I feel blessed. Okay.
I do not feel blessed. This hand is very slow. It has no disruption.
Okay. Well, my hands are all going to look ridiculous, so...
What's the average converted mana cost in your hand?
God, I just don't even know. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep. Yeah, I know I'm going to be wanting to aggressively mulligan, and I don't know where the line is of how good of a hand I need, but... Starting off, without trying to give too much away to Ross, what my hand is, I think this hand does enough.
My guess is it has a Cascade card and a couple lands.
Okay. You're pretty close. You're crushing it.
I will say this Tibalt's Trickery deck looks a lot like all the Hypergenesis decks we played on the Play Banned Cards Day.
Yes.
Okay.
That's definitely the vibe I get from the deck as well.
That must have been before my time. God, that would be fun to have a banned Modern show.
We've done it before.
Okay.
But Hypergenesis was one of the initial cards on the ban list.
Okay.
It's never been unbanned, but it was a thing in Legacy a little bit. I know Jerry Thompson played it.
I don't even know what it does.
6-7 years ago. It's Eureka, but it's part of the Ancestral Vision cycle that has no mana cost and only suspends living in.
Yeah, so I remember actually seeing it in limited packs in that set, but
do you know what Eureka does?
You put in a green creature for free?
No, each person takes turns putting permanents from their hand onto the battlefield. As soon as you stop, the other person just gets to keep going, and then you just they all enter the battlefield at once.
Fun.
Yeah, so you just put in
put an Emrakul and stuff.
Emrakul and like a thing to give it haste, like a Rabrask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was they had a lot of nonsense.
I don't know about all of y'all out there, but I like the slowed down world of Modern.
This hand looks excellent. We will put the Lightning Bolt on the bottom. Not very good in this matchup.
Hey, you could kill Simeon Spirit Guide.
Sure, I can. I will lead on a Breeding Pool.
Okay.
Should that be like the hidden goal for the day? Is that if Corey can kill with the Simeon Spirit Guide, he just wins like $1 million or whatever?
Yeah, I get $1 million from you.
We have like buzzers go off and confetti coming from the ceiling.
Fireworks, everything.
What did I win? All right, I'll play a Mana Confluence and pass to you.
I have a Scalding Tarn and a pass of the turn.
All right. Well, I keep drawing awful cards. Okay. Oops. I'm dropping lands.
Whoopsie.
It's going to make it even tougher if I'm just dropping all my lands.
Yeah, those are actually the important cards to have.
Okay. So, I will exile Simeon Spirit Guide and play... Wait a minute. No. I'm not doing that. I'm going to pass to you.
Okay. On your end step, I'll crack this Tarn.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I'll get this Snow Island. I'll cast Growth Spiral. I'm at 19.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is my time to shine. I'm going to exile this, play Violent Outburst.
Brings you to 18.
Yep. Or just one, right?
Oh, yeah, I was looking at my left all. So 19 all.
I was going to wait for your upkeep to play around Force.
Yeah, but once the Spiral happens, then I have 3 mana anyway.
Exactly.
I guess you could wait to see if I make my 3rd land drop.
True.
But then you do give me an extra card.
I give you an extra card, yeah. So now I'm forcing you to have blue card Force, which I know you have.
Oh, yeah. I am going to exile this Uro.
Okay.
But I'm just wondering if I want to hit the...
Fool.
Yeah. I suppose I'm supposed to hit the Trickery that you hit off of this and not the Outburst itself?
Well, then again, Trickery I can't cast, right? Or I guess I counter this.
So the Trickery just counters your own Violent.
Yeah, but I'll still cascade it.
Trickery. Because this is on the stack. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but I don't think I want to do that.
Let's let the Cascade trigger resolve.
Okay.
I'm just going to exile the Trickeries.
Okay. All right. So these are all... Cascade just gets exiled, right?
No, they go on the bottom.
They go on the bottom. Okay. So you're forcing that. But my creatures do get +1/+0.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, resolve the spiral. I will put this onto the battlefield and crack it.
Okay.
So I'm at 18. This will get a Ketria Triome.
Okay.
Where are you?
Back to playing with fetch lands. Get my life total fingers back to work.
Does that feel good? Well, on the bright side, life total, you can probably just put doesn't matter up in life totals.
Yeah,
but
I could do that.
There it is. Started getting flashbacks to the reclamation stage. I went through my deck. I didn't see the Ketria Triome. I'm like, is it my sideboard? Where'd it go?
Oh, no, not again. All right, well, I would like you to guess the total converted mana cost of my hand. Just guess. I'm not going to tell you, but I think I'm...
42. How close am I?
Wow. You're within one.
Perfect.
Yeah. You were a little shy, buddy. A little shy.
So I'm at 18, taking my turn.
Okay.
I have a reflecting pool.
Okay.
This is a nice little innovation from Aspiring Spike. He's been a pretty big fan of it in any decks with Triomes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just a one of in the mana bases.
And I just like trying to dodge Boil as much as you can, but dodging Boil means avoiding your own sanctuary, so it's a dance, you know?
Yep. So I'll play Jace and let's brainstorm.
Okay.
I think trying to hit another Force of Negation is going to be better than trying to keep Corey off.
You don't know what I want.
Yeah. Probably just try to keep him off of Cascade cards. Normally, I would say drawing lands here is fine because then I'd have a fetch to shuffle, but I've drawn 4 lands that are all non-fetches.
Okay.
Not great.
Excellent. Excellent.
I will put 2 back and pass the turn and hope I'm not dead.
And you're dead. I have an Ancient Plea. I'll take
Ardent
one.
Plea.
Ardent Plea, yeah, excuse me.
Take 2.
So take 2 to 17. Cascade.
Okay, let's see if you got lucky.
Oh, we got it.
Wow.
I know, I'm lucky.
Okay, come on, Simian Spirit Guide.
Okay, so now, first we got to roll. 1, 2 is 1. 2, 3, we'll go with 2. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be 1, 2, and 3.
Sure.
Okay. So
6
6
is a 3.
so I mill 3. Okay.
Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, with a different name. Yeah, so I do go into this, huh?
How many trickeries you got left?
2.
You have 4 in the deck?
Yeah.
None in your hand?
Nope. All right.
So this has been countered, and this is now done resolving.
I think so. I don't know if it stays on the
fully
stack.
done resolving.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I have 4. Okay, there's Tibalt's Trickery.
So that counters the Violent Outburst.
Yep, now we got to roll a die for 1, 2, or 3.
Mill 1.
Okay.
Come on, Simian Spirit Guide.
And...
So
you can hit a Trickery, right?
Yeah.
But now do I get to counter this?
That's what we were talking about before the show.
We were hoping to avoid this on the show. This is the one thing we were hoping to avoid because we weren't 100% sure. I think the spell still stays on the stack.
That was my thought as well.
Yeah.
Can we get a confirmation from chat?
Yeah, chat's got to know. They've seen this nonsense around.
We tried to get confirmation before the show started, but we weren't able to do that.
Yeah, it fizzles.
It fizzles?
Yeah.
Really? Are we positive? Because I mean, it makes sense that it does because this counters the spell.
I don't know. Cedric's here saying it fizzles.
Okay. All
Cedric
right.
is a champion of various nonsense.
Various nonsense rules.
Also, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I just can't win now.
I mean, you can try to hardcast something.
Good game. Yeah, I mean, you win with a Jace. I'm not going to be able to do anything here.
And I was going to get Force of Negation back next turn, too. I had a Sanctuary, 3 Islands.
Yeah, I feel like you were actually in trouble. I mean, I had 2 of these. I needed the land. And, I mean, hitting Trickery, I don't know the odds and stuff, but it seems...
very low.
It seems pretty bad for me to hit all my Trickeries. So... yeah, great game.
Well played.
Well played by all. All right. This is complete nonsense. But I love it.
I just wonder how many times Corey's going to hit the fail rate. Like, how many Simian Spirit Guides are you casting this day? It's going to be a lot. That's what karma should dictate.
That was my favorite thing. You know, obviously, Canister, Piotr Glukowski, is like the one who puts these kind of weird decks on the map. And his was the first one I saw. And his tweet just had me cracking up. It's like...
Oh, and then had it in your deck?
Oh, and then at the bottom? Oh. Well, then it would be at the bottom.
Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah,
and you have another Cascade card. But I was going to Mystic Sanctuary back, Force a Negation, and you were never going to resolve it.
That's true. So,
yeah. You had to have the second Cascade spell immediately, and you did, but then you fizzled, so the game's over. Yep. Okay. Classic. But yeah, his tweet was just, I'm going to cast turn 2 Emrakuls a lot, and sometimes monkeys on turn 2.
Also, you're only supposed to have 3 Trickery. That was my mistake, so you got an extra 4th one in there.
Oh, there's only supposed to be 3
because I screwed it up, yeah.
Well, I like it.
Well, take a Trickery out.
Okay.
You just have 61 cards right now?
I guess so, huh? Wow, okay. All right, good one, Rob.
I try.
You did it.
See, you would be surprised how often we have mistakes in our deck lists, but in every non-fetch land format, it rarely comes up that you actually see.
Yes.
And sometimes we notice after the games happen where it's like, yeah, I was missing 3 cards from my deck, or my deck had an extra card in here. But with Modern, and that's what I was really worried about when I was fetching the Triumph. I was like, did Rob forget to put a Triumph in my deck?
Yes. I think we can just sum it up to just Rob screws up all the time.
Yeah.
Every day.
Okay, I'm gonna go first. That was a good game. Well played. Okay, I think this is the line where we mulligan. So this is just a turn 3 Ardent Plea into Tibalt's Trickery. The Trickery itself doesn't do much. This allows you to get remand even online. I think what I really want to be striving for is turn 1 or turn 2 against this, just to shut off your remands and force you to have a force. Force the force. So I'm going to mulligan this one. Would you agree?
It makes sense to me.
Yeah. I think if I'm down to like 5, I'll keep that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have the combo, so I keep.
You have the combo of blue card, Force Negation, 1 land. This is going to be a good day. All right. Okay. That's not a good one.
A very powerful hand.
Yeah, that's true. My hand would hit harder than yours. So, all right. London, take me home.
I'm playing a control deck. Just turn 15, cast the Emrakul, and we're good to
go. Okay, take 3. I'm down to 5.
London roads, take me home. To the place I belong.
This one I'm thinking I want to keep, but it's not good. But since I'm this low... This is a tough line, and I think I'm going to experiment with keeping this. Let's see, how many... God, I guess I can't even hit Ardent Plea. I can only hit Violent Outburst. All right, I think I'm all again. I was like, this is getting interesting.
That's a lot of monkeys.
Yeah, okay.
Some might say a barrel of monkeys.
It's definitely not a barrel of fun. Did you ever have those as a kid? Barrel of fun monkeys where you chain them together and they'd hold each other?
It's called barrel of monkeys.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but you put fun in there for some reason.
I said they are fun. Okay. Barrel of monkeys are fun.
Yes, I did have barrel of monkeys.
Okay. All right, I'm down to 4.
Any old-timey toy, I certainly had. Okay. I had Lincoln Logs.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep this. All right, we're down to 4, right? Okay, I'm going to keep these. I'm going to bottom these. I'm going to play a land and pass to you.
I will also play a land, but mine is better than yours.
Okay. Pass to you.
And step sacrifice.
Yep.
Where's my catcher triumph?
Okay.
19.
I have responses at your upkeep. I'm going to hold you at your upkeep phase, okay? Exile, Violent Outburst, take 2. How's your combo now, buddy? All right, I shouldn't talk now. I haven't done anything yet. All right. Here we go.
It's different every time. I wonder what he'll hit.
Okay, Trickery. Does the Trickery resolve? You got a Spell Snare?
No.
All right. Okay, we're going to put these on the bottom. Roll that die.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Okay, mill 1. Okay, I didn't want that, I guess. So, well, I guess that goes into it again. So, Omniscience.
So this is on upkeep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So this is counter. This gets put here. Everything else is on the bottom.
I'll draw for turn.
Okay.
I will play Reflecting Pool, make red-green, play Renin 6.
Okay.
Rebuy the Tarn.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. I believe I draw 4 cards with this.
That is what Kozilek Butcher of Truth does.
Okay. Just on cast, too.
Yep.
4. Okay.
Kozilek resolves.
Cast everything without paying for it, huh?
Without paying mana. You have to pay other things.
Yeah. You have to pay a toll.
You have
All
to
right.
pay with your mortal soul.
I'll pass to you. Your upkeep. Violent Outburst.
Sure.
Okay. This is nonsense. I love it. Okay, Tibalt's Trickery. There we go.
Mill
2. Trickery. Okay, so this fizzles. Right? So I don't want to cast it. Okay. Good job.
Draw for turn.
Yep.
And now the Kozilek is Annihilator 4, and I can't do anything about it.
Okay. I was just pulling up the exact text on all of it, but yeah. All right. So you have the combo, but Violent Outbursting on your turn is actually pretty disgusting against forces. And honestly, that's not that hard to do. Like when you're on the play, it seems kind of hard to disrupt this if it's an instant speed thing, you know? Like Spell Snare is probably, the Spell Snare equity is probably going up. I know there's cards like just Silence.
Deafening Silence. Actual silence, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Maybe we start to see people playing like Disrupting Shoal.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of weird things and I mean, there's a lot of modern PTQs coming up, the super PTQs to get into Keldheim. So this is going to be something that people have to respect.
Yeah. I've also seen Mindbreak.
Or play.
Yeah. I've seen Mindbreak Trap because they cast the Cascade spell into the Trickery into whatever else they hit off the Trickery.
Yeah.
And that's 3 spells, so you can Mindbreak Trap for 0.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Okay.
So Mindbreak Trap seems like a good one.
So what do you want to do for sideboarding? Should we just play like...
I think we got time to do one more pre-board game.
Yeah, if anything, we can just start sideboarding at like, X40 of each hour and then get a little bit of sideboarding in. But we just really want to see how the game ones and stuff interact. Rob, you got any questions or maybe concerns for us?
A lot of concerns. But actual question is, Steas wanted to know, is Uro is what has made Modern fair, or is it Force of Negation?
Oh, it's banned. It's banned. It's banning all the things. I think Mox Opal and Faithless Looting were the last of the bands that really turned it into a fair world. But I mean, a lot more of the history of Modern too, back in the banning of Summer Bloom and
Gitaxian Probe was a big one.
Yeah.
So it's just a combination of all those things. You can't really point to one single one and say this was the real reason. The other ones didn't matter.
Yeah.
They all contributed in their own way. So there's bans of certain particularly powerful linear strategies. Ironworks got banned as well, and then Force of Negation is a big part of it. Uro was a part of it. Mystic Sanctuary, like a lot of things that pumped up fair blue decks.
Honestly, I blame Lotus Box. I blame that pesky Lotus Box crew, and especially Abe Corrigan, because they had the Simic Urza deck, which was Zan thought that the post configuration of his Simic deck when he transferred into the Oko Urza thing, that was just better. And so he just decided to play that fair game in the main deck. Then we saw the Simic Urza Oko decks. And then once Opal got banned, Abe Corrigan at Nationals played that Mystic Sanctuary kind of soup-looking Ren and 6 deck, which is pretty close to what they look like now. So I put most of the blame on Lotus Box. Sure. I think they really fared out Modern.
Yeah, Ren and 6 is another one that's pretty big that helps deal with, small creature decks. So a lot of the creature combo decks are pretty vulnerable to it.
Yep.
I think a lot of Modern Horizons really helped fair decks, and outside of Hogak, didn't really pump up unfair strategies.
Yep. Yeah, except it really pumped out one unfair strategy.
One particularly egregious one.
Yeah, I did get to play one broken Modern tournament where I had the best list in the whole field because I played 3 ley lines in the main instead of just 2. That was our hot tech. All right, you're on the play this time.
Yeah, and this is a hand that has no disruption, so I will mulligan.
I will keep. That's got to be scary.
Yeah. Anytime you're like Tron opponent, Dredge opponent,
just snaps it off. You're like, oh god.
I'm dead. Okay, so I have 2 turns max.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what you do. I think you can stack your deck at this point. I don't think you're going to be able to stop me.
So you just have the Violent Outburst, double Simian Spirit Guide?
Good luck. Good luck.
Why do they always have Violent Outburst and never have Ardent Plea?
Yeah, Ardent Plea not as good, but Violent Outburst.
Always have the Outburst.
Yep.
Why is that card an instant? Why do I keep drawing Lightning Bolt? Who took my false teeth?
Yeah, the mask thing was a great timing for you getting those false teeth removed from you, huh?
Well, I would certainly keep this hand.
Yeah.
We'll lead on Field of the Dead.
Okay. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to pass to you. I have responses during your upkeep. I will exile these. Violent Outburst. I'll go to 19, though. You're winning. All right. Cascade, Cascade, Cascade. Dun, 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 dun.
What will he hit this time?
I will hit Tibalt's Trickery.
I have to do this for another 2.5 hours.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Would you care to roll the dice? Would you care to do the honors? Okay, mill 1. Hey, good mill.
Ooh, so that trigger will go on the stack after this is done resolving?
Oh, yep, it will. Okay. All right, here we go.
That's actually pretty good for you. It means the trickeries end up more in your deck.
That doesn't work, right?
Mm. Yeah, you can't hit the
same.
Yeah. You can hit an Ardent Plea, but not a...
No! Simian's Fair Guide!
Shuffle the Emrakul.
After these...
Yeah, so these will finish resolving. Those will go on the bottom. Then everything will get shuffled.
Which is kind of big.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we lose.
I will play Scalding Tarn and pass the turn.
I bet you want that Lightning Bolt back now, Ross.
Yeah, Ross. Okay.
Yeah, I hope I don't lose to this.
I'll attack.
I'm at 18.
Your go.
Oh, I don't think that's going to happen. I will go to 16 and bolt this thing.
Oh, my clock.
You can go.
Your go.
Sack Tarn. Get an island.
Estea says Corey letting Ross roll the die on Tibalt's Trickery is the most interaction we'll see all day.
Play Ren and 6 plus on turn.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Okay. I will play... Oh, that's a legendary land.
Yeah.
Okay. I will play Ardent Plea.
Cascade Trigger.
Yeah. Come on, Tibalt's Trickery. Yes! Hit it!
Okay, I'll crack this other fetch, go to 15, get a regular island, and remand the Trickery.
Ross, did you use blue mana to cast the Ren and 6?
You cheater.
Oh, yeah, I had to get a whatever. Put me at 2 less life. I'm at 13.
Nah, DQ him. Give him a game loss. All right, your go.
So I'm at 13. You're at 18 now?
Yeah, sure. I've decided to not use my life pad today.
13 to 18. I draw off the remand.
Here's what I would normally think about. Okay, what don't I want to see from Ross, and what my next play will be according to it, but...
Please in play, right?
What?
Yeah, the Ardent Plea resolves. You have Exalted. Play
right.
turn, return turn with Ren, and pass the turn.
Okay, pass the turn.
Yes, I will pass the turn.
All right, here we go. I got 3 counters on this.
End step, crack this turn and go to 12.
Do you have another counter spell?
Get the Steam Vents.
Because then I think you win. But we can try to play it out. Okay, I actually don't even know what that card does. All right. Interesting.
Okay, I will crack this fetch, go to 11.
God, I'm kicking your butt.
Get a Mystic Sanctuary.
Okay.
Put the Remand on top of my deck.
Sounds good.
Plus this on the Misty Rainforest.
Okay.
And pass the turn.
All right. Ooh. Okay. I am going to go blue-white, and then I'm going to play Gemstone Cavern. I got an Ardent Plate.
So oh man.
Did I do it?
Because okay, so that's how I screwed this game up.
Okay.
So you get the
Cascade.
yeah.
Okay. I got a Trickery.
Okay, I shouldn't have sacked I shouldn't have put the Sanctuary on top.
Okay.
Although I guess I wouldn't have been able to set that up anyway.
Yeah.
So, well, that's a tilt.
Because I do have the other Tibalt. I mean,
yeah,
I can just
because
counter
I
again, right?
remanded it back to your hand.
Yep. And yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, you can either Trickery my spell, which seems worse, or you can just let my counter spell.
Trickery. Like if you try to counter Trickery in response, I Trickery the Trickery.
Yeah.
Or Trickery this. No, I'd want to Trickery because I don't want to go into Trickery.
Yeah, I needed one. I needed one more turn to. Well,
hey, I still have to not hit Simian Spirit Guide, so.
I needed one more turn to have 2 counter spells up.
Okay.
Because I just drew a bunch of Primeval Titans and lands.
Okay. Okay. So what's your hand?
My hand is, I have another remand. I also can cycle the Triumph and get that remand, but I can't cast both of them. I'm one mana short of cycling and casting both.
Yep. So no matter what, I'm going to get to spin the die, but it's just what's your best way to...
Yeah, I'm just wondering how the exact best way to play this. So I could try to just let this resolve, see if you brick, and remand the initial spell, or the spell you hit off of it, but if you hit Emrakul, I die.
Or I could just Tibalt Trickery the whatever card you remand in response to, and then I get another flip.
Yes. So like either way, I think you're just going to get one flip, and I need you to brick again, which seems really difficult when 3 Simian Spirit Guides are out of your deck.
That's a good point.
But what I need you to do is be able to hit Trickery. So maybe I'm supposed to just let this one resolve.
That seems like the best to me.
But if you hit another, because then if you hit another Trickery and try to Trickery the third Trickery with the Trickery in your hand, then I can pull some Trickery with my remand. See how that works? So I think I just let this happen.
I think you do.
I need you to brick regardless, and I know you have the Trickery in your hand from the previous remand.
I'm rolling this time. Okay.
Milk 3.
3. Does this call Select Shuffle as well?
Yeah, all the Eldrazi have that
okay.
trigger.
All right, here we go. You ready? Anything but Ardent Plate. That doesn't count. Omniscience. That's not...
So...
okay.
Now you...
So Omniscience is on the stack.
Yeah, so this is all done resolving, and now Omniscience... Well, this is still not entirely done.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to remand the Omniscience.
Okay, and now I think I Tibalt's Trickery this Omniscience, or I could Tibalt's Trickery your remand.
And hope I don't hit a counterspell.
Yeah. Definitely not going to let this remand happen, but Omniscience I would like to hit. Now it's just, it's the thing. Do I want to gamble on my deck or do I want to gamble on yours? Because I know it doesn't hit your remand.
I'm pretty sure you gamble on your deck. Your deck is juiced to make this gambling better for you.
But Omniscience is pretty good for me right now.
Sure.
You know? So it's interesting. This is my hand. I think the correct thing to do would probably be to hit my own Omniscience. Because I would know you have Remand on top. Oh, God, I don't know.
Also, where's the Kozilek shuffle trigger right now?
It's on the stack.
Yeah, it's on the stack.
It's on the stack underneath Omniscience.
Because we got to finish resolving the remand before, because casting the remand is part of the resolution of the trickery, and the Kozilek trigger isn't going to go on the stack until this trickery is done resolving.
No, I just want to make clear for people.
Yeah.
So this is still waiting to go on the stack.
You know what? I want to gamble a little bit. I'm hitting your remand.
Sure.
That's what this day's about, right?
Yeah.
Mill 2.
Yep. Anything but remand. Okay. No! No! Okay.
Right there.
All right. Well, you win, but I'm going to see what I would have trickeried in for
Yeah, let's
myself.
see coincide.
So I would have rolled. I would have
Milled
milled 2. And then I would have trickeried into an Ulamog.
Yeah. You think that would have been good?
I think that,
Exile Field and Dead, go?
Yeah.
I guess I'm playing Primeval Titan. Maybe Primeval Titan could actually win that game.
Yeah, because realistically, Annihilator 4...
Because
because you'd lose this, but you get prime time. You'd go get another field and a land. You get 2 zombies.
I'm wondering if I have more than one field. I think
You should have 2.
Yeah,
You should have 2.
Yeah, should have 2. I actually might be able to win that
I think
game.
you would still win. That's why I really
especially
wanted
with
to
2
go for
Primeval.
this.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Am I going to be able to cast? So I'm going to play a land, get field X, make 2 zombies.
Yeah.
You're going to attack. I'm going to sack 2 zombies, 2 lands, take the 10.
Yeah.
Although I'm at 11, maybe I can't do that. I guess I sack the Wren. And a zombie and 2 lands, block with a zombie, and then play a second Primeval Titan. I think I win that game.
I think you do too. So I think I actually did make the right mistake or the right choice because you're dead if I get this. You know, it's 3 different Eldrazi's, but maybe it's still wrong. Depending on how many counters.
That would have been hilarious if I would just beaten an Ulamog.
That was a crazy game, actually. That was an absolutely crazy game. I had to brick turn 1 to get Simian Spirit Guide, and then you had to have drawn pretty bad, and I had to draw a Cascade to set up Trickery plus another Cascade card.
You were able. You bricked the first one. You were able to reload. I had the remand, and then the turn before I had double counter spell. You were able to find reload with counter backup, but then fizzled again.
Yeah. What do you say we just sideboard live here right now and just keep it going? You know, we'll figure it out.
You got a question, Rob? While we're laying cards
I was gonna say we should take a break real quick.
Oh, you want to take a break?
You want to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. We're going to take a short break for sideboarding here, and then we'll be right back with Tibalt's Trickery. Absolute nonsense. You don't want to miss it. See you soon.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Teamer Giants and Tibalt's Trickery nonsense combo.
Yes.
Pretty straightforward sideboarding, I think, from both sides here. I'm bringing in a ton more interaction. Gust can target Tibalt's Trickery. Flusterstorm is great for countering it on turn 1 when I get a turn. And then I'm bringing in 1 Dispute. It's the worst counterspell, but I'm expecting Corey to also bring in counterspells. Helps me win those counter wars. Bringing out my lightning bolts. I'm trimming 1 each of Titan and Wrenn in 6.
Okay.
Normally, I would think I would just want to cut more Titans than Wrens, but the fact that Primeval Titan can potentially beat one of the smaller Eldrazi, the Annihilator 4 Eldrazi, makes me think that maybe I want to keep 2 in. You know, neither is particularly good, but ultimately I decided I'd rather draw 1 of each than 2 of either. So I trimmed 1 of each.
Yep, I think that makes sense. And for me, I'm actually having a second guess. I don't think Mindbreak Trap is actually that good against you, right? Because you don't stack that many spells. It's
it's if an opponent.
It's an opponent. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want trap.
Last second change. We're gonna put these back in. I think the cards we want to trim the like the foremost here is just Omniscience, because this is the one card that just doesn't win on its own. Now, granted, whenever you have it, any of your top decked Emrakul, any of your top decked Eldrazi is just going to be game over. Yeah. So I'm a little on the fence about this, but
I'm a Mystical Dispute deck potentially that can also counter it. I'm a Cryptic Command deck, so if you just hit it and don't have anything and are waiting on the top of your deck, I can bounce it to your hand.
Yeah. I am worried about just cascading into, or Tibalt's tricking into Mystical Dispute now too, and I think there's a chance I'm just making my deck worse. And
no fear, Corey.
I think actually though the correct thing to be doing though when I'm on the play is to be all in, and when I'm on the draw, be a little more defensive. I think that is actually correct. So
yeah.
So I am this is the exchange I'm gonna do when I'm on the draw, but I am gonna be on the play this game. So I wanted to explain what I will do for sideboarding, because I think play draw with this deck is very, very important.
Especially against opposing counterspell decks, where
force and negation decks for sure.
Against force and negation decks.
Yeah.
It's also pretty important against almost every form of disruption. Like against discard.
Yeah.
Probably less important against discard because you absolutely need the turn 1 win to beat a turn 1 Thoughtseize, right?
Yeah.
So less important against discard, and then against the permanent based hate that we'll see later in the game, they really need to get to turn 2 to play something like Meddling Mage to stop you. So play draw is still pretty relevant there.
Yeah, Meddling Mage is insane. That's
you're not beating that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one to beat. There's got to be. Oh, that's why the Dismembers are here. That makes sense. Blast Zone is also a pretty good one. This sideboard does make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, just a bunch of things that don't mess with your cascades, that interact with the permanents you need to, and interact with the disruption you need to interact with.
Well, I had a turn 1 combo last game, and I did not win, so not feeling great about that, but let's give this another shot.
What are we at, 2-1 right now? We played 3 pre-board games?
I think you're up.
That is correct, 2-1 to Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep, this one is not going to be fast enough. I have the plea, but I just don't think this combo is going to be fast enough here. Just turn 3. No, not going to do it. Well, mulligan?
Aggressively mulliganing a turn 3. Well, what do you think of my hand, which is 6 lands, Ren, and 6?
I think you could get there. You're not going to miss a single land drop, buddy.
I missed the opportunity.
Yeah.
I should have said it's Ren and 6 lands.
Oh, yeah, huge punt. Wow, get out.
That's a tilt, Ross.
Easy portmanteau that I missed there.
Oh, my God. I mean,
I'm really off my game.
Come on, buddy. It's amateur hour here today, huh? All right, take 2 for me.
You're the one playing Trickery all day, but I'm the one who's amateur hour. Okay.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad you get it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's slightly more tempting to keep. Okay, I am going to keep this one. And now, what do I want to bottom? I don't want to get rid of one of the lands. I think I want to just get rid of Tibalt's Trickery, not a card you want in your opener. So yeah, we're just gonna do.
I will say, chat didn't miss, and that Anderson said, "Haha, a punt." Or Lord Vel, I am disappointed in Ross. I expect him to be punished for that.
Thank you. God, you know what? Our community we have at Star City Games here, they're starting to grow on the bad puns. And you know what? That just makes me warm and fuzzy inside.
It makes me disappointed in all of you. Don't encourage this kind of behavior.
It makes Ross his normal, like sandpaper scratchy inside feeling that he gets every morning,
That's just me getting closer to a heart attack.
Okay. That's the spirit. I'm going to keep. I'll pass to you. Hold. No, I'm just kidding.
Pass.
All right, not the draw I wanted, but I have an Aether Hub, and I'll pass to you.
End step, sacrifice.
Yep.
Good. Ketrio Triumph.
You know what I did forget? Did forget the Jigabot energy counters.
You did. Impressive. Hey, it's only the 4th thing you forgot today, buddy. Not bad.
Better than average. Go to my upkeep.
Yep.
Go to my draw step.
Yep.
Go to my main phase.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this was on the low end of the keep, but at a mulligan, I think it was still correct.
I will play I'm at 19. I'll play a Snow Forest and pass the turn.
All right, 2019. Okay. Now I have a Gemstone Cavern. Actually, I'll do Gemstone Mine here, and I will pass to you.
On your end step, I will cast Growth Spiral.
I'm in that pinch. I will allow it.
I will put a Scalding Tarn onto the battlefield.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Yes.
Upkeep.
Yeah, upkeep. Let's fire it off. Take one.
That'll bring you to 19, so we got 19 all.
19 all.
Cascade Trigger.
Okay. Okay. Tibalt's Trickery.
Ooh, who could have expected that?
I know. Crowd went wild.
Now, I have to make a decision as to how exactly I want to counter this.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
And I think my best bet is just this for now. That way it's not in Corey's hand for a later counter war.
Okay.
So I'm going to crack the Tarn, going to 18. I will get an island with some flavor.
Okay.
Okay, I saw the regular one first.
That
I
flavor.
will hard cast Force of Negation on Tibalt's Trickery.
You go to 18.
Yes.
Okay, this is Force. This is in the graveyard, and continue.
I will draw my card for turn.
Okay. Yeah, I figured, the growth spiral there was brutal. I was hoping to just get it remanded or something, but, maybe my draw was just too
play
slow.
Breeding Pool untapped.
Okay.
Go to 16.
Okay.
Got 16 to 19.
16 to 19.
I'll pass the turn.
All right, untap. Ooh. That's not what I wanted. Gemstone, pass to you.
Excellent, excellent. Everything is coming up the real house.
Is great.
I'll play Misty Rainforest and pass.
Okay. Go.
I will play Snow-Covered Island and a Jace the Mind Sculptor.
That resolves.
I will brainstorm with Jace.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. I will put those two on top. I will pass the turn, and I have this game pretty well locked up.
Yes. Yes, you do. Okay, I only have the one Cascade now. I'm going to go for it. Show me a counter spell. You're going to be able to take this one down.
I have 2 counter spells.
Yeah.
I waited on the Jace. On turn 5, I could have played the Jace and had just Force up, but I could just wait and have both these up on turn 5, play this on turn 6. I need to hit a blue card off the Brainstorm, but very likely to have it up. So I just left up double counter the entire time, slow playing the Jace by a turn, and I've got Field of the Dead and to start taking over.
And I mean, the one thing from my side is I kept a 6-card hand with just 3 land Outburst, thinking that if you didn't have Growth Spiral on 2, I could Outburst during your draw step, and if you didn't have Remand, it resolves. So I'm playing around Force of Negation because I'm on the play. If I'm on the draw, I mulligan that for sure to be faster, but maybe I just have to mulligan that there. What do you think?
No, I think that hand is fine. I had a really good hand. Like I had Remand Force in my opener and the Jace. I made all my land drops, found a second Force early.
But, I mean, it doesn't matter if I have a turn 2 combo, right? None of that matters?
Yeah, if you have turn 2 with Violent Outburst, I mean, but are you going to mulligan that aggressively, specifically for a Violent Outburst, 2 lands, Simian Spirit Guide?
Maybe.
Yeah.
With the London Mulligan rule, that's the whole argument on this deck. It's all mulligans, and that's what we're going to learn today together. And so far, I'm with you. I think that is the right keep, but maybe during the day, that is one thing we discover that is just not okay. You got to gamble a little bit more,
I'm usually on the side where I'm not going to mulligan that aggressively to beat my opponent's best possible hands.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I have some better ones, especially post-board. If you mulligan that aggressively for the turn 2 hand, you're just going to lose to Flusterstorm. Right?
True.
So, game 1, I think you can mulligan more aggressively to beat those high-end hands, but even when I now have cards that do disrupt your turn 2 kills, I think it's much harder to do that. I would rather just have something a little bit more stable that's still pretty explosive. You were able to present multiple, kills in the first 5 or 6 turns of the game.
And, I mean, one other big factor of just the way that Modern is right now is all Modern events are on Magic Online. They're not on Melee, so they're all closed deck list. That is a factor into keeps and mulligans from yourself because you don't know how much hate your opponent's going to have. You don't know exactly what to play around. I'm on the play again.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yep.
I just keep thinking we're alternating, but
But
that's not how it works.
that is a factor, because I'm getting ready to play the Star City game online tours tomorrow. I'm pretty excited. I was going to have an all limited week on my stream, but I'm like, SCG tours back. Give me standard. So I'm going to be playing that, but all the decks I'm building, I have in mind that it's open deck list, so it changes a lot on how you prepare for a tournament.
Definitely.
Don't lie, Corey. We all know you're playing Yorion.
Well, I am, but I built a new Yorion deck last night. Teamer.
Oh, now
Yorion.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
Wait, Teamer Yorion? I'm on board. Don't tell me anymore. I'm there.
Sweet. Okay.
What are you Tibalt's Trickery into Yorion? Is that how this works?
No, it's basically Is It Dragons? It's basically the blue-red deck, but you play green for like Lotus Cobra and the giant serpent at the top end. Okay, that's a mulligan as well. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be a fun one. All right, so we're mulligan again. Rob, you got a question for us?
I did actually. Histeus was asking, do you think it is a net positive for Magic and Modern as a format to have Glass Cannon combo decks like this?
No. I don't. Some people really do, and some people like having a combo deck to kind of keep things even. And I agree in the sense where I like Storm. Like I like Storm to keep people in check. That deck is like, a decently fair combo deck. But these ridiculous combo decks like Tibalt, Trickeries, Hogak, these things that just completely are the pure definition of the word broken. I don't love those style effects. Neoform is another great example. Just because I don't feel like I feel like I don't get to play Magic half the time. And when I sit down to play Magic, there's one thing I want to do, and that's play Magic, Yeah. So I think just because I don't enjoy playing those style of decks, and I lose to them randomly because they're just random decks, that I don't like them, but maybe you have a different opinion on them.
So I try to divide combo decks into two different categories.
Okay.
And one is straightforward assemble X plus Y. Sometimes it's a single card combo like you see with this deck because of the cascade spells, but oftentimes it's show and tell plus Gristlebrand, or any sort of Splinter Twin kind of falls under this, but it doesn't really, like the decks that Splinter Twin was in weren't straight combo decks. Just assemble X and Y together, whatever parts you need. And then there's engine-based combo decks. That's where Storm falls in. This is where Elves and Legacy, that's in that category.
I love those kinds
where,
of decks.
they're combo decks where there's a lot of different pieces, and you're usually trying to generate a bunch of extra mana and then draw a lot of cards, but you can do it in a bunch of different ways. And it's up to your opponent to try to figure out, okay, how is their draw developing? Where do I break it up? And it's different, from game to game.
Yep.
And it's not entirely different. There's usually one of 3 or 4 different ways that the games kind of play out. But trying to figure out which of those kinds of games you're playing is interesting for both players.
Yep.
So I like the idea of engine-based combo decks. A good modern example would have been Ironworks combo. That deck ended up being a little bit too powerful, but that style of combo deck is a lot more interesting to play both with and against than something like Tibalt's Trickery or Neobrand or some of the other things that have existed.
I think that one just bended the rules a little bit too much for me to like KCI, just for new players. Like new players coming in, they're like, actually, it works like this, even though it doesn't make sense, and I'm going to do this. Or you had to explain a combo to someone, and a new player that just came to a GP to have fun is just like, okay, I'll trust you that I'm dead. I don't like those, but
there were some other extenuating circumstances with Ironworks, but outside of those, I think that deck was, fun to play with and against. They could win a long game. They could attrition people out. You could attack them in a lot of different ways. They could win sometimes turn 3, but more often turn 4.
Yeah.
The speed, giving your opponent a little bit of time to set up, so it's not just look at my opening hand, mulligan if I don't have the disruption I need, and or the opponent is mulliganing if they don't have the combo that they need.
Yep.
It becomes a lot more interesting.
I agree. Okay, well, here's the exact same scenario I had last time, and I kept and lost badly. So I'm going to try the mulligan this time. It's the Tibalt, or it's the Violent Outburst on the play, and we are already at 6, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to go to 5, and I'm going to try it the other way around.
Okay, I am going to keep this hand, I think. It is not great. But on 6, my deck needs a lot more to operate than Corey's. I can't mulligan that aggressively.
Yep.
I do have some disruption. I'm just wondering if I want to put back a land or one of these.
we can just think how bad of a pairing this deck is for me when you have to aggressively mulligan, and I'm a person who very, very unaggressively mulligans, you know? Classic. All right. So, I'm down to 5.
Put a land back, I think. No, with Corey on 5, I think I actually slow play this hand.
Okay, well, my converted mana cost has got to be about 1,000, so I'll mulligan this one. I'm down to 4. All right.
Two.
Hey, I turned 2 to, I think that's the one game I won is when I went to 4.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that is the lesson. If you really, it is 4-1 right now. The game you mulligan 4 is the game that you won.
Yeah. Or it's 3-1, right?
3-1, sure, yeah.
Yeah. You are definitely winning.
I can't count.
Yeah, that's okay.
Counting's a young man's game.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I got to keep this. This one is significantly worse.
Yes.
So I'm going to get rid of all these horribly expensive cards, and I'm going to play this pillar and pass to you.
Okay, I will play, a tap stomping ground and pass the turn.
Okay. Dang it. I got an Aether Hub with 1 energy, and I'll pass to you.
I will play a snow-covered island and pass the turn.
Okay. Ooh. All right. I will get 3 counters, and I'll pass to you. Upkeep. I will Violent Outburst, removing a counter, and nope, not taking any damage.
Yeah, Pillar's good. You still have your energy.
Yep.
Cascade trigger.
Okay. Trickery.
Okay, I will Ether Gust to the Tibalt's Trickery.
Okay. I will be putting that on the bottom. Okay.
I'll draw for turn.
Sure.
I will play a tapped Breeding Pool and pass.
Muddlebug. I have the plea.
Sure.
Simian Spirit Guides, good. Get those out of there. Get those out of there. God, I hope I hit Tibalt's Trickery. I guess I only have 3 in the deck now, so I do only have the 1 left.
Well, one's on the bottom and then one's in the rest of your deck.
Yeah.
If I untapped it, I had two counter spells up next turn.
Yeah, I top decked the Violent Outburst when my whole hand was just 3 land and the Ardent Plea. All right, does it resolve?
Yep.
Okay, let's spin.
Mill 2.
All right. Dang it. Ooh, Emrakul! I would like to cast this.
Trigger my Emrakul, take another turn.
Oh, and it looks like, oh, dang it, we hit our time. I was like, I'm coming back. I'm coming
Corey,
back.
mull the 4 every game.
I mean, honestly, like, the Violent Outburst hand would have essentially done the same thing, but I needed another Cascade card. So, I don't know. I think it is correct to mulligan those hands up until you get to 4, you know?
Small sample size, but it was 3-2 in the favor of the teamer deck, and you won the 2 games where you mulligan to 4.
I think I learned a lesson. So we are going to take ourselves a short 5-minute break. What do you got up against me next?
I'm going to be playing a little Rakdos Shadow.
See, now you're going to be making me discard and hitting me faster. I know there's that land in this deck that if I play that, you just keep putting stuff on top. That seems pretty good against you.
Yeah, that'll be an important one for you to mulligan for.
Yeah, no kidding. We're going to take a short 5-minute break, and we will see you right here on Versus Live.